Welcome back to CTV News at 5. Yvonne is here for Consumer and Life. I guess if this is going to happen to anyone, like it does in this first story, this is the perfect place for it to happen. But boy, what are the odds?
Yeah,
we don't know.
We don't know.
Slim to say it safely.
Well, and the coincidental timing is a first for one rescuer in this next story. He was teaching first aid, had just finished going through chest compressions when the class was heading into break, and one of the students went into cardiac arrest, needing help himself. Today, that man is alive and thankful for the chance to tell his story. Morris is working up his ability to get around again, so he can thank those who saved him while he was in the midst of refreshing his knowledge on how to save others.
We wouldn't be talking if I wasn't at the first aid course and had such experienced responders there.
Just after the instructor covered a chapter on chest compressions at a recent class run by St. John's Ambulance in Duncan, the 66-year-old student suddenly became a real-world example.
The last thing I remember is dropping my exercise book, and I basically blacked out.
He was in his chair and not looking good. He had gone unconscious, so we got him to the floor.
The instructors rushed to help.
He was definitely at the right place at the right time.
Begin CPR.
Starting CPR and grabbing an aiD off the wall nearby.
Deliver shock now. Press the orange button now.
Shocked him 2 or 3 times before the paramedics showed up, and then once they showed up, then they asked me to keep going on CPR and doing the compressions.
When I woke up, I was in the hospital.
He had gone into cardiac arrest.
This is the incision for the pacemaker.
That will help him if it ever happens again. But Earl's one plea for anyone who doesn't know first aid to learn it now.
You'll never know when you'll come across someone who needs your help.
Because the more who know, the safer we are. Change is coming to the way opioids are dispensed by pharmacies or doctors in Canada. Starting in October, the prescriptions will have to come with warning stickers. The yellow labels will say the medication can cause dependence, addiction, and overdose. Health Canada says information brochures will also have to be given to patients. They'll have information about the signs of an overdose, warnings not to share medications, and reminders around safe storage. State lawmakers in Hawaii are moving toward a ban on sunscreens with environmentally harmful chemicals. They passed a bill that would prohibit the sale and distribution of sunscreens with oxybenzone and octinoxate. They're believed to cause harm to marine life and coral reefs, but critics say it would discourage people from wearing sunscreen altogether. The latest real estate stats for the Capital Region are showing a drop in property sales compared to last year. The Victoria Real Estate Board says 774 properties sold in April, 12.5% fewer than the same month the year before, but it's a 12.5% increase over March. The benchmark value for a single-family home in Victoria's core in April was just over $800,000. In tonight's takeaway, Amanda Lang takes us to 2 of the country's hottest markets.
I'm Amanda Lang with today's takeaway and what happens when you get what you want. Hot housing markets have been a concern in parts of Canada for years now, and out of concern for what would happen if prices corrected sharply, but also to create more affordable housing, policymakers have taken various steps to cool it all down. New mortgage rules that make it harder to qualify or require a bigger down payment kicked in at the start of the year. And both Toronto and Vancouver slapped a tax on foreign purchases of homes. Now the results are in. April was the worst month for real estate sales in both of those markets in more than 15 years. In Toronto, things haven't been this bad since the credit crisis. But while fewer homes are changing hands, in some cases, those that do are still expensive. In Vancouver, the average price of a home rose 14% year over year. Hardly a great result for those seeking more affordable housing. Toronto was more mixed, with detached home prices sinking, but condo prices gaining 10%. Meanwhile, Ottawa has seen its share of foreign purchasers skyrocket and now has more of those than Toronto. My takeaway? It may be these policies have warded off the worst, a housing market collapse that would have hurt the whole Canadian economy. But where affordability is concerned, we still have some ground to cover. I'm Amanda Lang.
And a new hotel in Chicago is offering rooms with a twist geared toward the millennial traveler.
We wanted to really elevate that hostel experience and turn it into a hotel level.
The shared rooms at Found Chicago come with bunk beds, premium mattresses, and other hotel amenities. They can be as low as $24 a night during the winter season, while a private room runs around $99. With guests spending less on accommodations, other businesses nearby hope that means more money to spend.
It's a luxury hostel.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah. But we're calling it a hotel, or they're calling it a hotel.
They're calling it a hotel, yeah.
Smart move. All right, Yvonne, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We'll keep going. Adam's standing by. Arts and entertainment is coming up next.